Oh. 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 Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. What does this community mean to me? Well, first off, it's a way to connect with such knowledgeable people and discuss the meaning of my culture. I would not be who I am today without the support and guidance of everyone in this community. This community has helped me realize that there's more to life than just being successful and achieving career goals. It's to realize your purpose of existing, as well as to attain self-realization by being grateful and courageous. I've personally had a great time being in this community because it gives me time to focus and ignore some aspects of my life, such as schoolwork or chores. Furthermore, throughout this whole pandemic, I've realized the true importance and meaning of everything in my life. Chinmay Mission has given me a sense of purpose, while at the same time helping me realize that I've been given in my life, all that I've been given in my life. With every negative circumstance, there's always something positive to take out of it. And this community has helped me fully comprehend that. Overall, I will never forget the welcoming nature and spiritual knowledge demonstrated by Chinmay Mission. These are the thoughts of a high school student in Niagara who's part of this community, who I've seen grow up in this community. And I've read this to all of you because there may be many new seekers who are joining us today for Meaningful Mornings, and I welcome you. I personally welcome you to our community. Chapter 2, verse 31. Shri Krishna is teaching Prince Arjuna to know responsibility. In verse 32, he shares the benefits of following and furthering his responsibilities. And he comes back to the same benefit in verse 37. If you win, you can enjoy. If you lose, you can enjoy. Your mind will become quieter. You will evolve. And this section of teachings is completed with the last line, where Shri Krishna says, Uttishta Kaunteya, stand. Standing is indicative of readiness. When you're lying down, are you very ready for anything other than Netflix? When you're sitting, are you ready for anything other than eating? But when you're standing, you're ready to move, ready to clean, ready to speak. What should you be ready for? Yudhaya krita nishchayaha. You should be ready for your responsibility, which is conflict, which is war. Be decisive about this. with clarity and conviction and confidence. Shri Krishna senses that Prince Arjuna will follow these teachings. So Shri Krishna gives more guidance on how to be responsible. Before I read and explain verse 38, I want us to be oriented towards this, to be more impactful. Who are you? Presently, we are the ego. Presently. This will not be our future, but presently we are the ego. What is ego? Ego is the equipments. The ego identifies with the body and breath. That's one entity. Identifies with the mind. That's another entity. And identifies with the intellect. That's another entity. Who are you? Right now, unfortunately, I'm the ego. What is ego? The identification with these equipments. What are these equipments? They are ever changing. The equipments are changing. And the word I use to describe that which you experience yet changes in Sanskrit is known as mithya. With that orientation, we now embrace verse 38. This is a valedictory address. This is how to live knowledge, and this is also how to live intention. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyasi. What is the body doing? It is experiencing sukha and dukkha. Sukha is pleasure, dukkha is pain. What is the mind experiencing? Labha and alabha. Gain and loss. What is the intellect experiencing? Jaya and ajaya, which is victory and defeat. How systematically Shri Krishna is sharing the depth of these experiences. Pleasure and pain, they come in fast, go out fast. Gain and loss is deeper. Victory and defeat is the deepest. Yet whatever is happening to the body, mind, intellect is changing, is mithya. So what am I supposed to do about this? Kritva, which means do, same. Same means make these equal. Let these be balanced. And if you're reading the English, same, translated into English is same, correct? S-A-M-E. Make them all the same. The implication of this, all of this change is happening on the surface of who you are. How to make these more the same, be deeper. Be deeper than the body and the mind and the intellect. Identify with the spirit rather than the equipments. This in Sanskrit is known as vairagya. Vairagya is to be independent. The third quarter, with this teaching, tataha, Yujasva Yudhaya. Yujasva means to practice or to engage. Within the word Yujasya, Yujasva is yoga. The word yoga comes from the base, yuj, which means to unite. Yujasva Yudhaya. Engage in this conflict or war. For us, engage with this vision in your responsibilities. And with these two words, Yujasva Yudhaya, Sri Krishna has planted the seed of Karma Yoga. We always think of Karma Yoga in chapter 3. Chapter 3 is the elaboration of what is shared in chapter 2. Yujasva, yoga. Yudhaya, karma. The intention path is being shared here. In terms of vairagya, or practicing being independent, one of the first steps to doing this is to not have likes and dislikes in your responsibilities. To not have likes and dislikes. Whenever there's likes and dislikes, that becomes adharma. When we disassemble our likes and dislikes, really what we're disassembling is the ego, so that becomes dharma. And thinking of this very practically, if you have likes and dislikes with your actions, imagine how exponential those likes and dislikes will be with the results. The reactions, or the fruits or the results, are out of your control. The actions are in your control. So if I have so many likes and dislikes with that which is in my control, it is going to make me mad, as in agitation of mind with whatever fruit comes from my actions. If I'm able to disassemble these likes and dislikes in my actions, then whatever result comes, what will I do? Smile. You will treat that as prasada. You will feel this is dessert. It's made of sugar. Who cares what shape it's in? It's made of sugar. Naivam papam avapsyasi. With such an intention, there will be no incurrence of papa, which can mean sin, it can mean ignorance. In a most relatable sense, our mind will not be disturbed. When we disengage from the ego, how do you disengage from the ego? By being deeper. Then what happens is vasana kshaya. All that we do is helping us to evolve. We're letting go of limits. As long as the ego is engaged, in other words, is projecting us, is making us imbalanced with what the intellect and mind and body is going through, we keep incurring more vasanas. Here we're trying to reduce our debt. We have this opportunity, but we keep increasing our debt. Personalizing this more. How do you know if you're disengaging the ego? You have less expectations. For some of you, it may be hard to feel, how can I not have a like and dislike towards waking up as compared to sleeping? I dislike waking, I like sleeping. Making that lighter is expectations. The less expectations you have of others, the more you will evolve. There will be no papa, there will only be punya, punati, which means to purify. From inspiration to application. Your application from yesterday. This morning, we complete 20 weeks together just in 2021. We've completed 10 mornings in our second part of Meaningful Mornings this year. And now we've completed the 85th verse. We're flowing well and fast. The first 57 verses of Bhagavad Gita focuses on fear. The Sanskrit word, vishada. The 28 verses that we've just completed, from 211 all the way to 238, focuses on fearlessness. In Sanskrit, Sankhya. I'll explain what this word means more tomorrow. The next portion of the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita will focus on the bridge, or the setu. How do I walk the bridge from being fearful to being fearless? And all of our established seekers who have been together for too many mornings, now I've lost track, maybe 380, and all who are joining us for the first morning, welcome as we hold each other's hands and walk this Dharma Setu, this bridge to fearlessness. Your application for this morning, I want you to set up an altar for you to experience meaningful mornings. Tomorrow, when you log in and your cameras are on, I'm going to look around to see your altar. I want you to experience Meaningful Mornings Bhagavad Gita with an altar. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.